Hi and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today I'm going to show you how to change the battery on this vehicle. I'm going to explain what tools you're going to need and then we're going to get this job done. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to disconnect our battery and we're going to remove it from the vehicle and we're going to replace it with a new battery. Alright, the way we're going to do that is we're going to disconnect this negative cable here first. That's the one you always disconnect, and the way you do it is you loosen up that 10mm nut right there. We lift this off, put it over on the side out of the way, and then we're going to come over here. We're going to loosen up this 10mm nut, and we're going to take this whole cable assembly and we're going to move it off to the side onto the out of the way as well. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down on the bottom, down over here. Let's bring it in there. Down on the bottom right here, we're going to remove that nut right there, or that bolt right there, so we can remove the battery from the vehicle itself. Alright, now this cover right here, even though you're tempted to throw this away, don't throw it away. You want to put this around the new battery that you're going to be putting in. Alright, now if you're going to save the memory, at this point you want to go inside and you want to connect your memory saver up just to save the memory. Alright, so let's grab some tools and let's get started. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here with our extension and our socket. We're going to put it on that nut down there, and we're going to take, I should say that bolt, and we're going to take that bolt out. Now this one happens to be a 12mm, but yours could be a little bit different. We're going to loosen up, let's get some light down there so you can see. We're going to loosen up that bolt right there, and we're going to take it out. Okay. Now in some cases it's a little tight down there to get your hand in there and you may not be able to get to it. So at that point you can use a magnet to lift the bolt up and out so you don't lose it. Like this. Put this on the side. We're going to take our bracket that holds the battery down. We're going to take that bracket out. We're going to put that on the side. And now we're going to come in here and we're going to disconnect the cables from the vehicle. Remember, 10mm here, 10mm here, okay? We'll take our wrench, put it on here. Remember, you're removing the negative cable first. We're just going to loosen it up a little bit, just like this. Okay, so now we have our negative cable loosened. We take our negative cable, rock it back and forth, and we're going to lift it up and off of the vehicle like this. And we're going to put it on the side out of the way just like that. Then we'll come in here with our wrench and we'll loosen our positive cable. That's that 10mm nut as well. And now we'll just rock it back and forth. Okay, now sometimes they're a little tight. All right, we take this out just like this, lift it out. And then we'll take this and put it on the floor. Now if these cables are corroded, you want to clean these off. So let me get my tool, we're going to clean these off, and then we'll put the battery back into the vehicle. As you can see, I took the piece off of the old battery here, and I put it around the new one. Now you slide it out from the bottom, and you slide this battery down inside of it, and it's ready to put back together. Okay, we take our new battery, let's bring it in here, lift this out of the way, drop it in place, like that, push our handle down, stick it into the corner where it belongs. We're going to take our piece like this, we're going to bring it back down, and we're going to put it where it first came out of, which is right there. Okay. Then we're going to take our bolt, that 12mm. We're going to put it in here like this, and we're going to put it back in, just like that. Now remember, this doesn't have to be really tight. You're just snugging it down to hold the battery from moving around. Okay? So now our battery is tight. It's not going anyplace. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to lift this up here. Take off that cover right there that covers your positive cable. Take this off. Put our positive cable back on. Push it all the way down and make sure you have everything nice and straight as it came off. Now we're going to tighten up that 10mm bolt. You do not have to make this super tight. You're just snugging it down so that it doesn't move anymore. Okay, so now this is nice and tight. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our negative, put our negative cable back on just like this, and push it down. We're going to loosen this up a little bit because it didn't push all the way down. Most important thing is when you put these cables on, you want to make sure that they're all the way flat against the top. All right, so we're going to push it down a little bit further. Just like that. Push it down the rest of the way. Okay, it's all the way down as far as it can go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to tighten up our negative cable, just like this. Okay, nice and tight, nice and tight. Our cover will then go back over the top like this. And that's it. This job is done. Let's start it up and make sure it starts up okay. All right, that's it. This job is done, and we're on to the next. All right, as always, thanks for watching. Stay cool, and I'll see you guys on the next one.